One thing you might want to look into is affiliate marketing. So on these mommy blogs, you give them a percentage of the sales, and they listed it on their sites as a click-through to your website. And every time it comes from their site, they make money. So they have every incentive to put it prominently on their site and even write editorial comment about it for you so that people want to go and buy it. And I think that relates to my next comment, was if you really seriously want to win this competition, the best way to do that is to show you have sales. So think about Shark Tank. What's the first thing they ask people? What are your sales? So if moving forward, I think it's a good product. I think if you can go out to a school or a preschool and actually have people buy some of these or pre-order or something like that, then that plays really well into your presentation. A couple of things on the slide. If you move back a couple of slides, there was some wording obscured there.
That one,
yeah,
right there.
That was might rename the something.
Sorry.
The pictures took over.
I might even leave the harvest exit strategy other product thing maybe to keep it out in reserve, because it's, in a way it distracts from your message and may lead to a whole host of questions about that market and that you may not be as well versed in. So forth, but otherwise a good job.
Just a quick comment, style-wise, I'm visually challenged, so the numbers are much, much too small, so you really need to ratchet up the fonts considerably anytime you have numbers, or draw them out and make them larger. The other question is, if I'm a judge in the competition and I ask you, what are you going to do with the $5,000 if you win, what's your response to that?
Definitely put it towards the patent. You know, that's a big chunk of change to put towards it. So put it towards any kind of patents I can, trademarks, anything to get it so it doesn't go out to anyone else. So
the other point goes to Ms. Peterson's point. Perhaps, and I'm not sure that you have the experience in doing that, but if you're going to go with a digital strategy, you may want to hire someone who can do that for you, at least, or advise you on that. So those might be the two options.
With the patents, or?
No, with the market, digital marketing.
Okay.
The online content.
Okay.
You can get patent pending status relatively cheaply, which means that you can start going out and selling it online. Similarly, more credibility comes on the market, on the manufacturing side, if you can actually say, here are the numbers of what it's going to cost to produce, even if you have to use someone in the US and just someone in this area and just get them to give you a price, so that you show that you've done that legwork rather than having it as guesswork.
Can you go back to the financials real quick?
This is your startup. Okay.
Now, how did you figure your legal or your insurance fees, $200 per month? Did you actually someone quote your policy?
No, it was just.
Okay. You might want to get quoted, because no retailer will bring that product in without at least $1 million to $2 million of liability insurance.
Okay.
That I can tell you. The other thing is you should, it's somewhere in the content of the manufacturing, you should talk about fire retardation and other issues that are pertinent to preschool moms. Testing, right. Materials testing, that kind of thing. Because what you may find is that your actual cost to produce may go up slightly based on the fire retardation requirements of making product for toddlers. Okay? But that insurance may not include, you may be thinking, insurance, regular, but if you don't have $1 million to $2 million of liability, God forbid something should happen, you will be, no pun intended, you will be toast very rapidly. And you don't want to get into that on a personal level either. Okay?
I think the university has been, or the College of Business particularly, has been having a lot of discussions about an insurance program, and there are an awful lot of insurance company representatives among our alumni and our career employer advisor groups. I think if you talked with Miss, and this is for everybody here, if you have an insurance issue, if you talk with Miss Van Brunt in the dean's office, the assistant dean, about which insurance representatives particularly focus on property lines that that she probably can name somebody who would be a friend of the college who would talk with you about what you're doing and have a short conversation and be able to give you some good advice about this. And
just-
they don't want any money for
Well,
it. They're
you
just
can't.
going to help.
Well, yeah, because.
They're going to help.
In the insurance business, in the state of New Jersey, if you're an insurance agent, whether it doesn't matter, life, property, casualty, auto, it is illegal to rebate. So nobody's gonna be able to help you with the price, but they can help you with getting what you need.